Hi, Gary. It's Mike Sarno. I wanted to reply to your video. Um, I don't want to talk about any of the drama that's going on. It's just not my bag. If other people are into that, that's fine. Um, but it's not really what I wanted to talk about. Um, Specifically, I wanted to address what you were talking about regarding um, religion as the problem. Religious people trying to stop homosexual marriage and creating these blue laws, etc. Um, I think it's interesting that you would blame religious people, the Pope among them, for creating these situations, passing laws or continuing to keep laws on the books that you don't particularly like. I think that you're overestimating the power of religious people in the United States. I'll link to a survey that I was looking at the other day. I just wanted to get some data on actual church attendance. And I found this one site. It was the first site I found, and it seemed to be reliable. I wanted to get the data. I wasn't trying to prove a point one way or the other, and it seemed interesting, and the data seemed fairly complete. But interestingly, the number of people in the United States who actually attend church on a regular basis. This is interesting, very interesting. About 40%, give or take, but about 40%. Actually claim to attend church regularly. The interesting part is that actual data collected by actually going to local churches and data submitted by actual ministers, religious people, the data indicates that it's only about 20 to 30% actually attend church regularly. So there's actually some people, could be as much as half, of the people who claim it are actually lying, which I thought was very, very interesting. I hadn't expected that. It's not that I thought it was impossible, but it wasn't a number that I hadn't expected it to be that high, I suppose. But my point is, look at the data. Even the people who want to pay lip service to religion, you're only looking at, 40% who were willing to even, just say, well, yeah, it's a good idea. I shouldn't admit that I didn't go to church when they're actually interviewed about this. So, my point is that, we're only looking at, somewhere between 20 and 30% people who are regular church attendees here in the United States. Now, granted, if that was a monolithic voting bloc, that would be very, very impressive and could basically, dictate almost any policy. But we already know that it's fragmented. We know that that's not a monolithic voting bloc. That's just people who actually are going to go to a church building once a week. Now, I understand that there's probably some people who are influenced by whatever religions have to say, who are not regular church attendees, and I understand that. But when my point is that the number of people who are even willing to like I said, pay lip service to these survey takers, we're still only talking about 40% of the population. Even if you figure, well, whatever, we'll round it up to an even 50%, just because some people are going to be influenced by it, some people are for whatever reason. Even if it's only half of the country that's actually going to be paying lip service, it's not a monolithic block. It's not. They're not all going to be agreed. They're not all going to agree to those blue laws, and they're not all going to agree that homosexual marriage should remain illegal. So I really just don't get where you're going with this whole argument that it's religious people who are messing it up, because clearly that's just not the case. And like I said, I mean, take a look at that link. Also on my page right now, there's a featured video by it features Sam Harris talking at one of those atheist conventions. I don't remember which one, but whatever it is, and he's talking about how it's just a tactical error to go ahead and to just completely ignore your potential allies in the religious community. So I think that's a good point, and I think we all need to be aware of that. We need to attack the specific ideas and policies with which we disagree, rather than simply just go ahead and use that broad brush and attack, like I said, religious people. Because again, I don't think that's where the problem lies. Number one, and number two, it's just a tactical or strategic error. When you do that, for example, in the homosexual marriage debate, when you alienate religious people, then you're alienating potential allies who are in favor of extending the right of marriage to homosexuals. So if that's really something that you want, you're going about it in a way that doesn't maximize the chance that it's actually going to occur. So just a few things to think about. I know you're enjoying the YouTube drama. So, whatever, have fun with that. But if you want to get into a serious discussion with me, I would be very happy to engage you in videos and text comments. So, take care. Thanks.